Hey everyone, I'm Noah from the Super Gamer Bros, and welcome back to another episode of GreedFall. In the last episode, what did we do? We finished,
Hello there.
I want to
My
say,
name is
Petrus's
Desade.
side quest?
I'm the legate of the merchant
Or no, we were
congregation.
continuing
I
it,
am
and then we
Captain
picked up a
Lissandro.
bunch of other
Pleased to
side
meet you.
quests.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure before. Yet your face seems familiar. Well, what can I do for you?
Admiral Cabral advised me to speak to you about a matter of some concern to me.
The Admiral? Coming from a legate, I should have
Exactly, so
expected
why are you
that.
acting creepy?
You're the only one on this island that can help me.
Really? Oh, I think I understand.
Oh,
That's why
right, you
your face
remember
looked
us,
familiar.
okay.
The congregation is good at keeping its secrets, isn't it? This story is not a...
25 years. 25 years since the Nauts brought a woman who was captured on this island to
I remember, and yet it wasn't the first time. But on that occasion, a child was born.
So you can understand why we'd like to learn where this captive came from.
Yes, yes. I have seen more than a few Nauts looking for their parent. But what have you got to do with all?
I met that woman in Serene. I got to know her.
Listen, it's not that I don't want to help you, but my memory is no longer what it was. I wasn't the captain at the time. I wasn't the one who decided where we moored the ship. So I don't see how I can help you find out where this woman came from.
From one captain to another, if you would allow me.
Captain Vasco? I'm listening.
You said it yourself. A child was born at that particular time. A seaborn. And we always help one of our own.
Very well.
Oh,
I
my
need to look
character
in
is
my old
technically
logbooks.
Seaborn.
I'm sure I'll find something. Wait for me here. I'll be an hour at the most. Here it is.
I'm not
I
waiting.
found my old logbook.
Oh, wow, that
There's
was
a
fast.
passage in it that would probably interest. Your mother came from a village on the plains in the southeast of the island. I'm talking about a place where the bones of the whale are visible from the coast. I believe the natives call it Vignamri.
Thank you for this information, Captain.
It's nothing. I'm getting sentimental in my old age. Good luck to...
So here you are on the verge of discovering your mother's village. Of finding your own people. How do you feel?
I don't really know. I'm a little lost, I suppose. All of this is so new to me.
I understand. Mrs. Desade was loving. She raised you with tenderness. And today you learn she is not your real mother. I'm sorry.
Maybe that's why she had the mallet core.
These islanders are...
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here.
Sorry, but we're entering all...
Oh yeah, we'll s...
May the enlightened protect me in this battle! There's poison on my blade.
Then let's go!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells.
Oh my god.
Let's see what you take.
Back up, I'm blasting.
See if you can ward off this fate. Your armor
Oh,
will no
what a
longer
shot.
protect you.
I see that. Yeah, I was making some bad mistakes there. Like not having healing potions or just not using them.
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
We got one.
Bit of poison on my brain.
Ooh.
Shadow engulf our enemies.
Let's see if you can.
Oh, we just have to beat
Surrender.
him. Dang it.
You are under arrest.
What am I accused of?
You are a high-ranking member of a criminal organization that has named itself Eagle, and you did not hesitate to order a murder. So, even though the attempt failed, the gallows awaits you unless you decide to reveal everything you know.
I won't say a word. I won't give you anyone. I'd rather.
If you really thought so, we would not be talking. You will be taken to New Serene. Manfred will know how to make you talk.
That was weird. It's like that campfire's probably the closest. Then we'll assess the quest and see where we're going. That's one of the main quests. That's one of the quests. What is this one? Okay, we'll go to New Serene and then do Father Petrus's quest, which is that one.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for...
Was the captain we arrested transferred to you?
Yes. And we began to question him. It appears that he was paid by Governor Burren. The governor tasked him with weakening the natives as much as possible in order to muzzle the rebellion. They were trying to poison the natives with alcohol, but they needed a lot to do it. Their entire smuggling operation revolved around...
Did you contact the governor?
Yes. He sent us a letter apologising, saying he didn't know he was dealing with criminals. His letter was accompanied by a letter of marque to compensate the merchants who suffered in this case.
Which doesn't mean that he will abandon these despicable methods. Is there any news on Egon? We are no longer certain it's even a person.
Even though that name might refer to the organisation, someone must be leading it. And that's who we have to stop. Alas, for now, the captain doesn't want to tell us any more. So the interrogation, we're waiting for answers on that point. I need your help in another case.
I'm listening.
The Admiral sent us
course
a
you do.
furiously worded letter. One of their ships was commandeered by our troops. They accused the San Mateus garrison. But I know Herbert is quartermaster. He's an honest man. I'm not saying that the Admiral is lying to us, but I don't understand what could have happened. Whatever the case may be, the Admiral is threatening to refuse all transportation to our men. This will not only hurt the Guard, but also all the nations that employ us. We need someone diplomatic, able to piece this whole story together. Can I count on you?
Yes. I will go see Admiral Cabral and try to understand what happened.
Oh, it's you on Overnowy!
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be. The talk of...
Desarde, what can I do for...
Manfred, the quartermaster of New Serene Garrison, told me that he'd received a letter from you. Was one of your ships hijacked by the Guard?
The Trident and its crew were commandeered by the San Mateus garrison. Commandeered? We will not let ourselves be threatened by these land pirates. The Guard has no idea who it is dealing with. I've already sent several of our warships to board the Trident and release its crew. The Guards taken on board shall be given no quarter.
I understand, Admiral, but Quartermaster Manfred was as surprised as you to hear this news. That's why he asked me to investigate. The Guard never gave the order for such an operation.
So these mercenaries do not even know how to manage their men. Remarkable. We will not
It
deal
is
with the
remarkable.
Guard until Manfred cleans up his ranks. No more of these hireling thugs will set foot on my ships. The nobles will just have to do without their bodyguard.
I will tell him, Admiral, and know that I'm fully aware of the problems that caused this act of piracy, not only for the Guard, but for all the nations on this island. I will do everything to find those responsible.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will eagerly await your news. Anything else?
I need to be going. The Admiral knows that we can't do anything without the force of the Guard. By prohibiting them from transport, she's putting everyone at risk, leaving us to take care of the problem.
At the same time, she has something to be mad about. This is the first time in our history that anyone has dared to attack our ships.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
I recently found out that my mother came from your village.
Your mother was from Vignamri. Now I understand why your face seems so familiar to me.
Indeed. She was captured before my birth and sent to the continent.
She was called Arelwyn. Did you know her?
Of course. Everyone here remembers her, kid.
Could you tell me more about that?
I was not the head of the clan back then. It was a very long time, but I remember the village Denegad. Kidnapped by the people of the sea. All our warriors set off to her rescue. But it was all in vain. Most of them died, including the one she loved. It was a dark day, in which our village lost its knowledge and strength in one blow.
So my father died too. Do you know if any members of my family are still alive?
Yes, Slan, your mother's sister. She then became our Donegad. She was never able to match her sister's talent. Too much knowledge had been lost. Arelwyn was a renowned healer across all of Teofradi. Taking her place was not an easy task.
It's not surprising that she was of interest to the congregation. They probably hoped she could help them find a cure for the Malachor. But all alone, far from the island. She was just a young, frightened woman who had lost all her power.
Do you know where I can find my aunt?
You could try her house, but she's rarely there. She is an elderly woman now, and very much enjoys her own company. She doesn't speak much to me, but others here can probably tell you where to find her.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Nothing.
What do you think of the chief of your village?
He seems quite friendly, compared to the others we've run into.
A bit too friendly, if you ask me. A little too concerned with pleasing the settlers.
And do you think that's a bad thing?
He reminds me of myself when I was younger. And that's not a compliment. My fear is that he serves his own ambition. And this is often done at the expense of others. There's no one here. Let's go and ask the inhabitants.
Hello.
Renaigse. Do you need help, Rena?
Actually, yes. I am looking for the village Donne.
Oh. And what do you want from her?
Ulan told me that she could help me to find someone.
Ulan must have wanted to play a dirty trick on you. There's no love lost between Ulan and the Denega. She says that he loves the people from your island too much. But Ulan saved our village. Anyway, if you want to find her, I am not sure if she is there right now, but
I am extremely...
Here comes our pay, boys! Poison on my blade. And let's go!
There's a woman over there, surrounded by animals.
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Thank you for stepping in. I don't understand what has happened. Usually these animals accept me. Something must have frightened them.
We are glad we arrived at the right time. We would have been very upset if something had happened to you.
Excuse me, but are you Slan, the Donegad of Vignamri?
Yes, that's me. Were you looking for me?
Yes, we were. If you would allow us, we'd like to accompany you and tell our story along the way.
Very well. I will walk by yours.
This is the story we have pieced together.
I just can't believe it. Yet, if I think about it, your face reminds me of her.
My mother, or better, the woman who raised me, gave me this necklace.
A Relwyn gave it to me, to give to her child, and I passed it on to Mrs. de Sade.
It looks familiar. Your father had given it to your mother when they bound. It's good that you are wearing it today. My poor beloved Relwyn, who died far away from us all. And divorced Tierce. I still miss her so much.
She wanted me to help her die. But I was unable to do such a thing. Someone would have figured it out. I would have been sent back to Ptolemy, and I would have lost everything. So I watched her suffer. And one day she died.
Petrus, I cannot hold it against you for letting her live.
No, you don't understand. I loved her. I loved her, and I didn't even have the strength to end her suffering. She's the only woman I've ever loved.
I never would have
That is
guessed.
huge, Petrus.
Everyone loved Relwyn. She was marvelous. You cannot blame yourself, man of the light. What's more, you brought me her child. For that alone, she would forgive you if she were among us. All is well now. The child of Tia Fradi has returned home, and with him, the spirit of his mother. You are home, my Duktaram.
Petrus, I wanted to thank you.
Thank me? Despite everything you know about me?
You may have been a bit cowardly in the past, to the point of letting the woman you loved suffer. You were manipulative and you lied to everyone, including yourself. But thanks to what you've told me, I've been able to find my family and my origins. And for that, I thank you.
My child. What you're saying touches me more than you can imagine. At least I've done something good, for once in my deceitful life. For you, and for her. I hope the Enlightened will remember this when I stand before...
Alright, nice knowing you. I've got business to attend to. Yeah, so both these are in San Mateus. And then we're on to the main quests.
Go find Fernando. Do you remember him? He should be able to inform us.
Yes, I remember Fernando. Let's go and see him.
Come closer. Don't hesitate. All of our products are a blessing.
Good day, Desade.
Thanks.
Good.
We are looking for a young Naut named Alba on behalf of the Admiral.
I've heard about her. Several crew members told me that one of our own was looking to leave the... You should ask them if you want to learn more. But me? More questions?
Thanks.
Your Excellency, Captain Vasquez, what fair wind bring...
We're looking for a young Naut who arrived from New Serene a short time ago. Her name is Alba.
Yes, I remember her well. The poor child wanted to flee her father, who wanted to take her back to the com. She asked me when our ship was leaving, and if I thought we could take her on board. I told her she better talk to the captain, but we weren't leaving right away in any case, so she left.
You say she was fleeing her father?
Yes, that's what she said. He followed her here to take her back to Thélème.
Did she tell you what his name was?
Yes. She told me that if a certain gentleman, Lorenz? That's it, Lorenz. If he was asking after her...
Surely it was a fake excuse. We're looking for her for espionage.
Really? Yet she seems sincere. Treason?
If her father is actually here...
Well, at one point I asked her why she was not waiting at the tavern for a ship to leave. She told me she could not go to the tavern.
Of
So
course
maybe
he's
that's
at the
where you'll find
tavern.
him.
I must...
May the Enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
May the Enlightened bless you.
I think we have to come at night.
Greetings. Quartermaster Herbert.
Desade.
Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
Quartermaster Manfred sent me.
I was expecting such a visit. And I'm glad Manfred sent an external investigator. This commandeering business may just spell the end of the Guard. Without the Naut's transport, we are finished. I don't understand what could have happened. I can assure you that we have never issued an order to that effect. It's as if some members of the Guard obey others.
We had trouble with a criminal organization within the Guard. I wouldn't be surprised if they were behind this matter once again.
Oh, this is terrible news, Your Excellency. How can we sort the good apples from the bad?
By speaking to those in charge of those in command of this town, and trying to unravel the truth from the lie.
Since you neutralized Major Herman and his gang, 3 lieutenants have been leading the troops while waiting for a new senior officer to be appointed. They are Lieutenants Alexander, Klaus, and Ermelind.
Do you think they are honorable?
I won't vouch for them if that's what you're asking. I don't know them.
Thank you, Quartermaster. I'll go... Hello, Lieutenant. My name is de Sardet.
Oh, you are the legate of the congregation. You're quite the celebrity amongst our ranks. I am Lieutenant Alexander. Did you need me?
I am conducting an investigation into the illegal commandeering of the ship, the We must work fast and find out who organized this act of piracy, or we will all pay the price. Do you know the men who seized the ship and who they served under?
All I can tell you, Your Excellency, is that I'm sure they were not under my orders. As foolish as it sounds, we don't know the identity of the soldiers involved. Since our previous commander's coup attempt, there's been tremendous upheaval. We lack senior officers. The registers are not up to date, and many men are on the run. I suspect the supporters of the coup who escaped the trial may be responsible.
It's not impossible. I dealt with Major Herman, who was serving Commander Torsten, but I didn't take care of his men.
It's only an idea, of course, but one that's...
I'll leave you, Lieutenant. Hello. I am...
de Sardet. Nice to meet you, Your Excellency.
Well, I didn't know I was... Can you tell me anything about the ship that was commandeered by...
A complete act of piracy, if you want my opinion.
Do you know who these guards were and under which officer they served?
No, and no soldier is missing here as far as I know. But since the commander's attempted coup, men start muttering as soon as we have our backs. Some recruits have suffered violence, but refuse to name their attack.
Do you think something is going on?
It seems obvious to me that some people took advantage of this unrest to line their own pockets.
I see. Thank you. I'll leave you to it.
Your Excellency, if you really want to know what's going on in this barrack...
To whom do I have the honor...
Quiet! No one must know that I spoke to you. I am Sergeant Friends. Don't forget the church.
So tonight I gotta go to the church
Hello,
and the bar.
de Sardet.
Lieutenant Klaus, what can I do for you?
I'm investigating the illegal commandeering. Do you happen to know the men responsible and the officer they...
I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I only took office in this city 2 weeks ago. I'm just getting to know my troops. I was sent here to remedy the lack of officers following the arrest of the commander's men. Are you sure that this commandeering is not the isolated act of a few homesick...
Not totally sure. Managing the crew of a Naut ship requires great numbers and organization.
I see. Well, in that case, sorry for not being more useful.
Farewell, The Lieutenant's interrogation produced nothing. This sergeant is our only lead.
Here you are. That will be understandable. It's better to be wary with Eagle.
What do you know about this
More than I would like. I'm part of it. Now ask me any questions you want. We don't have much to...
If you're part of this organization, why did you want to...
I joined this gang some time ago, without realizing the extent of their... I naively thought that it would only be a matter of completing a few small secret protection missions. But I found myself involved in a sordid business with the young islanders. We captured them to sell them as slaves. They're very popular in broth. I participated for a long time, without batting an eye. But I ended up bonding with one of the captured islanders. And the horror of this trafficking has finally hit home. I don't want it to happen.
Who took possession of the ship?
Soldiers from the garrisons, members of Egon's... The boat was supposed to be used to transport the island captives to the... Someone must have had enough of only being able to move a few slaves at a time, hidden in the... Now they've pulled this big stunt. They've not only attracted the wrath of the Nauts, but also your attention. Egon would never have made such a mistake, and he'll make the fool who did suffer did.
Do you know who Egon is? Or at least who runs this
No. Everything is very compartmentalized. Each group knows only its direct superior. Not only do I not know the big boss, but I don't know anything about his other activities.
And who gives you your order?
Lieutenant Ermelin. That woman is Ruth. After the business with the ship, she decided to make a clean sweep. Probably to avoid. She told us that we had to get rid of the islanders we still held captive. She wants to clean up behind us to avoid. My friend is among them. If I can't find a way to stop...
If we want to prevent this massacre, we will have to intervene quickly. Where are the islanders held captive?
They're kept in a former logging facility on the outskirts of...
Is it well guarded?
No. Numbers are small to avoid arousing. But when Ermelin comes with her troops to get rid of the young people...
Well, we'll take control of the operation before that happens. By getting rid of the... When Ermelin and her soldiers come, we will use the element...
With all due respect, there will be many. Are you sure you'll...
We could ask for help from one of the native clans. The Storm Warriors.
Do you think they would?
If it only involved us, I doubt it. But it's about saving their own young people. They'll also be able to give them shelter when we free...
We will need to act quickly. I fear Ermelin will take action any...
I'll go get help in Vedlug as soon as possible, and take care of the...
Thank you. I'll arrange to be appointed as the scout for Ermelin's squad. That way I can let you know when we arrive.
We should go to Vedlug.
You should ask Siora to accompany you. Deirdre doesn't like strangers, but she will listen to our Denegat.
Hello. Are you Master Loren?
Indeed, my lady. What do you want from me?
My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation, and I have a few questions for you. We're looking for a young Naut called Alba. We were told that you are her father.
Alba, what a stupid name. Her real name is Clara, and yes, she is my daughter, although she chose to deny me.
Have you seen her recently?
Alas, no. Otherwise, I would have brought that little idiot back to Teleme. Why did she have to leave? What madness could make her leave the convent to go to sea?
Your daughter is accused of espionage and treason by the Nauts. Do you think she could be guilty?
Espionage? I can't believe it. But treason? How can it be denied? She rejected her country, her faith, and her family by getting on that ship. But I will soon bring her back on the right path. I hired a sleuth from the Ordo Luminis.
Tell me more about this sleuth.
Some Inquisitors are specialists in hunting criminals, or heretics, or young scatterbrains. That's certainly the case with this Johannes. He will bring her back to me, and she will return to the convent in Teleme.
Do you know where we could find him? Maybe he could help us.
His last message was about a missionary camp where he had followed her near Wench... something or other. I'm sorry, I can't remember those...
Thank you, sir.
If you find her, bring her back to me. She will no longer have the chance to betray anyone at the convent. I hope we're done.
I'll leave you, sir. Hello. I'll leave...
He talks about Wen Xavier, the village of Katizak. There is a mine shaker's camp nearby. Shall we go there?
I bet Deirdre's gonna want us to do something in order for her to help.
What do you seek?
I have come to ask for your help, Deirdre. A group of guards captured young natives and turned them into... But now they want to get rid of them to avoid drawing attention to themselves. I want to free them and stop these guards. But we will need support from warriors.
You are a Karans. We will help you. But you have to tell me more precisely what this is.
The prisoners are in a former logging facility near San...
I know where it is. The Renaiks massacred the forest.
We will get rid of the guards there and release the prisoners. But if any soldiers are sent to kill them thereafter, can we rely on you to intervene?
I will send you my 2 best warriors. I can't give you any. They will find you where the forest has suffered. Anything more?
I need to be going.
Quawalem seg.
I was hoping for a little bit more than 2, but I guess that'll do.
Here is the logging facility. The prisoners must be in that cabin.
No one passes.
I will pass without your permission.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
You're free.
Thank you. May the trees always bear fruit.
It was Sergeant Franz who told us where to find you.
Franz. So he kept his word. I had hoped he would.
Stay hidden here for now. We will set up a trap for the people who captured you.
Then we will fight by your side. They will pay for what they have...
No, you're in no condition to fight. It's better that you stay. When we are done with them, you can return her. Thank you for coming to lend us a hand. I'm surprised. Deirdre said that she would only send 2 warriors.
It's not a Sengedin Anadas. It's a Gaius Rad, a warrior from my clan.
Tirtuma Donegad. She told Eseld your story, and we wanted to come. Young people from our clan have been captured, and we believe they are here. When Xavier also sent a warrior for the same.
We are most grateful for your help. Thanks to you, we can stop the...
You're there. Were you able to get rid of the guards?
Yes, some. And we have released the prisoners. But there are still others that we have to
I see you've managed to bring allies. With them, we have every chance of winning. Ermelind and her troops shouldn't be long. You should take position.
Anything to report, Sergeant Franz?
Negative, Lieutenant. Everything is quiet.
Where did the guards go?
I don't know.
How can you not know? Hey.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
We got them.
Make sure that Lieutenant Ermeland is shackled and brought back to San Mateus. She will probably be sent to New Serene to be interrogated by Manfred. She has a lot to teach us about Eagle.
I hope she can help you put an end to all of this.
Can we all go home?
Yes. We will escort.
Greg, it's thanks to you that I realized what we were doing. I hope you'll forgive me one day for being one of those monsters. In the meantime, I will do everything I can to help stop this smuggling for...
You are a better man than you think. Friends, when you're finished, return and see me at Wen Xavier. I will be glad to see you again.
We should go. Let's report to Quartermaster Hub.
Alright, so another side quest done, all about the guard. The coin guard causes the most problems in this world so far, and they are my least favorite of the factions. They just can't stay out of trouble, and they're supposed to be the most neutral if they work for every country.
Your Excellency, I was told you'd returned with prisoners.
Yes. Lieutenant Ermelind organized a slave trade on behalf of the organization I told you about. Her men captured natives who were then sold here or smuggled to the mainland. We also found out that they commandeered a Naut ship to speed things up.
What madness. I guess Manfred will want to have a quest. Lieutenant Alexander, you will accompany her with some men.
Quartermaster, at your order.
And you, Sergeant. I understand that you participated in the despicable actions of this traitor.
It's true, Quartermaster.
I recommend clemency. Without his help, we would not have discovered what this was about.
I see. You will accompany Lieutenant Alexander. Manfred would like to talk to you, but I will make sure that he knows what role you played in this case.
Thank you, Quartermaster.
Well, I'll let you get on, sirs.
Thank you very much for your help, Your Excellency. Travel safe.
Well, things seem to be in order here now. We should go and warn Manfred.
Alright, so we did finish all the side quests. Well, wait, now we have more, right? That's always how this game goes. Yep, 2 more. Working on those. We could turn in this quest to Manfred and then probably end the episode there. And we will be continuing the main story here sooner or later. It has been a while, but we have to find out what's going on with Constantine and whether or not he's dead yet.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I was able to clarify the story about the ship, and we arrested the person in charge.
I've already been told all this. Lieutenant Alexander came before you did. He told me the whole thing, and he didn't fail to tell me everything we owe you. I have already sent a letter to the Admiral explaining what happened and offering reparations. I hope she will forgive us. Anyway, I thank you very much. Once again, you have worked wonders, Your Excellency.
That's right, I'm the best.
We couldn't have done anything without Sergeant Franz. He
50
showed
gold.
admirable courage. I imagine he's joined your forces.
That doesn't ring a bell. I don't think a sergeant by that name is stationed here.
Strange. It seemed to me that Quartermaster Herbert told him to come and find you.
Oh, well, perhaps he changed his mind. With this business going on, he must be sorely lacking in men. Anyway, know that our investigation has finally paid off. Lieutenant Alexander arrested many criminals with information obtained from prisoners. You should go find him. He's with Captain Ulrich.
Captain Ulrich?
The highest-ranking captain in the garrison. He's an old man who is not often found in the field. But faced with such a scandal, he had to intervene
Thank you, Manfred. I'll go find them.
Alright, so that's where we'll pick up in the next episode, continuing to investigate Egon. Right, so if you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.